Yo, what up, guys? This is your boy Gabby from Me The MumBie. And today we are going to be talking about how to incorporate your story. So, the story that you have already written, it could be chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. If you guys are going into manga or any type of style of like anime creations or comic books, chapters are episodes. So episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, when it goes down to book style, they become chapters. So basically, I have a very specific way of how I do it. And let's say, this is after you do your character creations, after you do your storyline, after you create everything. So basically you are ready to start doing your manga. So we start off. One simple way that I could do is that, okay, so let's take an example from page 1. So this should be page 1. It should pop up like right over here. From the this is the rough draft of Me The MumBie, page 1. And basically what I did is that I had it written down, which was the start of the manga, how about everything starts. I had it written down and I actually incorporated into panels. And for you that don't know what panels are those squares that you see on the paper there. And going into panels, which should be another thing that I'm going to do for another video. Going into panels, you should really see how much space you can put in, how much story do you want to be told in that certain page, yada yada yada. So while we are incorporating the story into the pages to actually make the manga or comic book or whatever it is that you have decided to make. So starting off, let's see if I can find this page. For some reason I can't find it. Okay, for some reason I can't find it. So starting off, let's read this. So I start off and I broke it down. So it says, so I heard that 7 years ago there was a zombie outbreak, like really. You'll see that one like to the right hand corner. Then I'll put how cool that must have been with all the rotten flesh and the herds of zombie men and women looking around the city just looking for brains. So I decided to put that into one panel because you don't really want your readers to read a whole bunch of text and one little panel, like put in like a paragraph of stuff in one panel. Then you won't really have, room for like a picture, because just remember, a comic book or manga book is just like a picture book, but with a little bit more, with a little bit more of illustrations per page than a regular picture book will have, So, the next panel you see here, it says, well, except for the human casualties, of course, and that should be like the next panel. Then I put, so mankind survived the zombie war. Figures. Something about stress and adrenaline that caused lots of humans to evolve and develop powers. No, for real, like how crazy is that? And then on the other panel you see, well, the zombies are no more, but they are no longer the problem. Then it says the problem are the humans, all the scumbags that steal, murder, and rape, just for the hell of it. Like, really, guys, you would think mankind would learn how to work together after all the crazy shit that just happened, and then a boom. So basically, this is one thing that I want to let you guys know. When creating the story, you have to keep in mind, how is it that you keep the reader looking for more. And basically, this should be page 1. And if you're going from left to right, page 1 will be just one page because it will be the cover. You open the page and you have to flip the page. So you have to I'm pretty sure to always have like that type of climax, that type of boom that makes your reader wants to flip the page to keep on reading your story. So you have to keep all of that in mind when you're actually trying to put the storyboard into the manga or comic book that you are making. And let's see page 2. Because just with that boom, you will actually be like, oh man, what's happening? So you have to turn the page. So once you turn the page, you see like his head on the floor, and it was like it fell off. And the "can't stop me" part was something that I actually added in that wasn't even part of the like actual story. It was just like a chibi version to, to give like the reader like kind of a laugh or kind of like an imagination of him like putting back his head on. He's like, "Oh no, you can't stop me," Then it says here, if you were wondering, this is me fighting against a bank robber, or should I say a superhuman person, or ASS for short. I know they should have gave it a better name. Then I decided to actually show like the currency, like the money, and the money like falling off the bag, just so you can know that this guy that he's fighting against is a bank robber. So you really want for that image to stick into your reader's head, what type of dude this is. And then we have like this Mega Man looking dude over here. And he's like, "Stop talking to yourself and get your ass beat." Basically, it's kind of comical, putting the reader to like being like, "Oh man," that he knows that Mumby was actually, like talking to the audience that's reading the stuff. He's telling him to shut up. And we see Mumby here in a pretty cool pose of almost full body, and it says, he has no respect for others, no wonder he's an ass. Laugh out loud, no pun intended. Oh yeah, my superpower, I don't have any because I'm not an ass, I'm a Mumby. And basically, this is just showing you how I grab writing and I actually put it into pictures into my story. So this is actually like making the story. And one thing that I can leave you for reference when creating the story, if you don't really have the story mapped out and you're kind of improvising as you go, I really assure you to like grab a blank piece of paper and to start drawing out your panels onto that blank piece of paper, because basically that is going to be like you writing the story, since you're more of a visual person than what it is to actually like write the story itself. I could just straight up write the story, but the story should be kind of like a script. So if you're not good at script writing, you can actually do something pretty much similar to what you see here. And what you see here, that will be page 3, page 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the manga. You see like a lot of scribbly lines, like a lot of stuff like that. And it really makes no sense. But the page 3 that you see there will actually be incorporated to my page 3 that's actually right over here. So if I show you him running, him looking and stuff, and you see page 3, he's running, looking, and it should be the same thing that's over here. And then you see the flame, and he's jumping over the flame, and you see the flame, and Mumby actually jumping over the flame. And that's how I'm actually incorporating my story into manga, basically. So yeah, after you have all your characters done, after you have the story, pretty much of what you want the story to be, of what's the characters, what type of personalities your characters have, actually make sure that your characters have personality, because that actually digs into the story and makes it a little bit more concrete. And that is something that you will always like to have, because your readers actually deserve to have some type of hype about the story that can actually like put them inside of the story. So yeah, this is basically my tip to you of pretty much mapping out your story before you start doing manga. And yeah, I have already 8 pages already drawn out for the rough draft of the manga. I will be making a video soon. I will be making a video about panels as well. So pretty much stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button now, because it's just pretty much a trip with me while I'm making Me The MumBie, my original story, rough draft, of course. One day I will publish it. I will self-publish, or I could probably try to go to one of those publishers and try to see if I can get that published. And if I can't, I will self-publish my stuff, because I do like it. So yeah, this is your boy Gabi from Me The MumBie, and peace out.